A resource that for most of us is out of sight and out of mind. But if you're one of the 1.1 million Marylanders that depends on a well for your water, you might be surprised about how little there is to protect a supply. ABC 2's John Harrison tells us more about what one group wants to do about that.
Many Marylanders tap into wells more than 200 feet underground to turn groundwater into fresh water for their home. Richard Romer is with the Chesapeake Environmental Protection Association. His group is concerned about how safe the water is. With more development and more non-pervious surfaces, like parking lots, our underwater system is having trouble replenishing its water supply.
Eventually, we're not going to have sufficient water coming out of the ground to support the needs of people and, in Maryland, agriculture.
Romer says one of the problems is that Maryland doesn't have a good way to monitor how safe the water is. To do that, wells must be drilled to test it. Those wells can cost upwards of $15,000.
Initially, we need to quantify, to provide the data that people can use to start making decisions, and decisions about growth, decisions about where it takes place, decisions about recharging the aquifers.
The Maryland Department of the Environment tells me they share some of the same concerns.
And someone needs to be an advocate with the General Assembly to come up with the funding for the new wells to define what's going on in the aquifers. You know, eventually you run out of aquifers, and the problem is how much water is there and how long will it last at Maryland's current population levels, at the projected population levels, which are projected to grow.
In Calvert County, John Harrison, ABC 2 News.
Now, the water shortage in Anne Arundel County is not something new. It's been a problem for several years. Visit the In Focus section on our abc2news.com website for an in-depth and historical look at this issue.